has spoken. I am your host, one of your hosts. I can't say the host. I have to say co-host. Or we can both be hosts. We can all three be hosts. There's three of us here that are regulars. Myself, Tyson Apostol. We have Riley McAtee. Say hello to the fans, Riley.
Hello. Hello, fans.
Okay. And Ashleigh Smith, our producer and co-host. How are you, Ashleigh?
Fantabulous, extremely tired, but working.
I'm also tired.
I
got on a 6 a.m. flight, waking up at 4 a.m. because Q, from a couple of seasons ago, challenged me in pickleball. He already came to my house and I beat the smithereens out of him. Like, it wasn't even a contest. He felt that. And now he's like, I'm better. It's time to play. Let's play. And I am like, okay. He talked so much trash that I was like, okay, I have to go out. And this is his last chance. He doesn't know this yet, but if I beat him this time, I will never need to play Q in pickleball again. We can hang out. We can be friends. We can go to lunch. We can go to dinner. I don't need to make pickleball time for Q anymore. So this is like and if he beats me, we can go to round 3. So, so that's it. So I'm here in Kansas City. If you would have asked me Monday next time I'd be in Kansas City, I'd be like, never. And then Tuesday afternoon, I booked a flight for Kansas City. So I'm here, and we have a very, very, very special guest. We've been big fans of this Zaddy, new era Zaddy, since he was on the show. One of the only guys, I think, on Survivor to wear a vest without a shirt under it, which is very bold and tasteful. Saul, what's up, my guy?
Dude, thank you for that. Like, some people are calling me slutty, but it was tasteful, right?
It was tasteful, dude. It was tasteful. You gave him a taste. You didn't give it all to him. The whole vest covered up most of it.
Just a little appetizer. I'm so pumped to be on, Tyson, that I decided to go ahead and get my first mic.
Yeah.
Sam Phelan gave me some advice. So this one is actually not.
It's a prop mic.
This is the backup.
Okay.
This is called the Pink Dong, which we're not going to use today. But I did want to show it off.
Why do they call it that?
I have no idea. No clue. But yeah, I'm pumped. I do want to. Can I take a moment to just share something with the world real quick?
Is this the thing you were going to tell me?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
You mean to hold on to that?
No, I messaged Saul. I said, we'd love to have you on the podcast. He was super enthusiastic and responded immediately, which is what we love. And he said, I have to tell you something. I can't wait to tell you. And all week, I've been unable to sleep because I was like, is it something cool? It's probably something awesome about me. And I always need an ego boost. So what do you have for us, Saul?
This is absolutely a great thing. It should boost your ego to the top.
Good.
So we're gonna go back to
Ashleigh doesn't like it.
I
Ashleigh,
know.
My head's gonna get too big.
But it's too good not to share. In fact, Tyson, when you, I've been following you on Instagram for a long time, well before you started following me. And when you followed me, I got so pumped because you are my all-timer. I'm not just saying this because we're doing this. It's true. And I was going to message you this story, but I chose to hold it. I had some patience because this is for me at least. This is a story that I need to tell you, like, live. So we're going to do that now. So we'll go back to the early 2020s, which is kind of weird to say. I'm watching Winners at War. And at this point in my life, my wife and I, we are not going to have children. We are going to eat Uber Eats on the weekends, be hungover on the weekends. We don't want that responsibility, right? And I'm watching Winners at War. I don't remember what episode it was, but the guy who I love, the guy with his dry sense of humor, his wit, his charisma, is doing it. I can't remember if it was on the Marooning or if it was at the confessional. You almost lose it. You break down talking about your kids and how Survivor has been this gift to you because you can now raise your kids and be the father that you want to be. And in that moment, I'm sitting there going, wow, fucking Tyson is about to cry. talking about his kids. And I never, pictured you in that light. You were never that guy when I watched you on Survivor. And so I won't say that Tyson is the reason Saul is having a child, but at that moment, I remember specifically thinking, I should probably reconsider doing this. Maybe I should think about having kids because of that moment. And so I've been dying to tell you that because we are due. My wife is due November 29th. So I got a month left. So I just really, really wanted to share that with you, dude.
Wow. Thank you so much. That means a lot. I love my kids. I love being a dad, and it's not for everybody. Like, you could have lived the single life, but I think that it does definitely bring something new and exciting, and it's a new chapter and adventure. So my hope for you and your wife is that you love it as much as Rachel and I do. And I'm trying not to tear up. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's kind of cool too, right? Like, it's a month away, and I'm getting a month away, and I'm getting to tell you this right now. After it's 2025, after 5 years of that. So I was pumped that you messaged me, dude.
Yeah, I'm so happy I did too. I think is serendipity the word for that, maybe?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
a little Survivor serendipity.
A month away, but I'm going to see you in a month at the NAPT main event poker tour, right? In Las Vegas. You showing up to that?
I would. Yeah. It's the first week of November, right?
Yeah.
It's in a couple
first
weeks.
week of November. It's a couple weeks. It starts like November 3rd or 4th.
I saw that. I would love to play. I'm going to have to talk to the wife about that. I don't know if she will approve, but so you and Rob are going.
Rob and I are going. We're going to go host some of the events, and then we're also going to play the main event, which is $3 million guarantee at the top, which means that if you win it, it's probably around $1 million, maybe over $1 million.
Yeah.
So, and
that will definitely help the cause with the wife. Yeah.
Less than 26 days. It's less than 26 days.
Yeah. Okay. We might have to make that work. Thank you, Tyson. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah. I'm excited to hopefully meet you face to face out there.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you.
Let's get into the episode. Episode 5, season 49. I want to start at the very, very, very end of the episode.
Whoa.
Saul, who told Jason to write Rizzo's name down, and what repercussions is that going to have?
I don't know. It had to have been Jawan, right?
No, it was Jason who wrote Rizzo's name down.
Yeah.
It was definitely Jason. But who told?
No, I'm saying Jawan had to have been
Jawan
the
told
one
them?
to it's like because before the tribal council, those two were talking, and Jason does bring up Rizzo's name. Yeah. And so he's the only one we see who's having that conversation. So it had to have been Jawan, but Jawan just this episode for me, all over the place and not in a good way.
He is. I'm trying to fathom how Rizzo's name got written down. Even if that's the case, did someone encourage Jawan to tell Jason to write Rizzo's name down? Like, is Savannah sabotaging Jawan a little bit by doing that? Because if I'm Jawan and I'm like, hey, I don't want to write I want to tell Jason something, I'm getting input from the group. I'm not going off on my own, because it seems like Rizzo's going to come back and be like, there's definitely someone I can't trust here.
Yeah. Usually it's like you're talking about it. You're talking about, I'm going to write your name down. I'm putting up air quotes if you're listening on Spotify, but you don't actually do it. Yeah. So very, very confusing move for me. Unless they're playing Jawan and they were like, yo, we are going to write Rizzo. So maybe it's clear that Jawan is at the bottom, but that doesn't make sense either.
Rizzo wouldn't do that, because then what? Or was Rizzo planning to play his idol if the shot in the dark was played?
Dude, this is just one that I don't understand, period.
They didn't show us enough. They didn't show us why Rizzo's name got written down. And unless they show us next episode, I think that's a fumble. I want to be God. I want to be God when I'm watching TV. I want to see what's happening and how it happened and why it happened. Don't surprise me with it next week and be like, oh, by the way, this conversation happened. Like, where is that footage and what happened? Did it get flushed down the toilet with the actual snake bite footage?
I want to be there as your angel if you're God and want to watch it and know like what's going on here.
Yeah.
I too, because I didn't understand it at all. I don't know where it came from.
Do you think that like the Juwan plan, the plan to actually vote Juwan was just like a complete fake out then? Because I was expecting that it would be like, okay, there's one vote on Juwan.
Splits.
And then,
I think this is my theory.
Well, so then I would have something else on this too, but I think you're ahead of me, which is that when it's one of these votes where it's like, hey, one guy is just put up against the firing squad and it's over and there's not much to talk about. Somebody's like, if I float the like, what about this person plan? I get like a bunch of airtime on TV. And that was like Savannah being like, oh, I can just like hammer this I don't like Juwan storyline, which is true, but also like it's never going to actually be the plan. But then you get a lot of nice confessionals and such.
I think what happened here is, in these situations where there's the tight-knit core group that's like ooly strong right now, if there's any hint of them not being ooly strong, it is a major red flag and the whole ship sinks. So even though they are wanting to put Juwan down as a backup plan, they don't want Juwan to feel that or anybody else to see that plan. So I do believe now, after talking it out, I do believe they all came together and they were like, let's have him vote Rizzo. And if he plays his shot in the dark, Rizzo can then play this group idol that we found for everybody because we all know about it anyways. And at that point, Rizzo can't say, no, actually, I want to keep that. He's just got to be like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I get
dude,
that. Makes
that's next
good.
level, dude. That's chess level Survivor right there. That might be the case. I can see that happening now that you talk it out like that.
I think that's it. And it would have been way too straightforward of an episode for us. But I do believe we needed that conversation we needed to see it. Like, not seeing it made it perplexing. Right. Savannah's game. Saul, Savannah, the front runner right now. How is she playing? Is she too aggressive? Is she not aggressive enough?
I think Savannah's playing a great game. She's her, Sophie, Rizzo, and Sage. I'm loving all of it. Savannah, she's just got this awareness about herself, about people around her.
She always knows when her stuff's missing. Like, immediately.
Yeah, exactly. I think that she's doing a great job with Juwan of making Juwan think that she's with Juwan, even though she's so pissed that he's stolen the bag, like you said, stole the water bottle. You can kind of, if you really, really look closely, you can see it in her eyes. You can see it in her face, the anger. But Juwan is not seeing it. We're not getting that close up. Yeah, we're getting the close up, and Juwan is not. And that's the key. That's one of the key elements to Survivor is when you're hungry, you're tired, you're not getting any sleep. She goes through this cycle, this process about how you're feeling, and you can keep the wherewithal to not piss anybody off like Juwan and go off on Juwan. That is very, very hard to do because you are at your limits. And the fact that has no clue right now, she's playing a great game.
Yeah, it is funny that he has no clue. And to her credit, she hasn't gone off. If she had gone off, she would then be the enemy. Because watching someone get pissed at someone for accidentally grabbing their water bottle, you're like, oh, no, they have no tolerance for mistakes, and that cannot be. So she is doing well. I think it is a little petty to target someone because of those reasons. So that might come back to bite her in the ass, so to speak.
But I support it as a TV viewer.
Oh, as a viewer. I love it.
She's like a straight up hater, and I love it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's just like she's so fixated on Juwan, and everything he does irritates her so much. Like him just like crawling in the shelter while she's having a conversation, and she just like is so mad. We got a lot of her airtime this week, and we're going to talk about it more as we talk about the journey. But first, before we get to the journey, Sage versus Shannon. I thought that was coming to a head. It hasn't yet. Saul, Team Shannon or Team Sage?
Oh, this is a tough one for me because I like Shannon from a personal standpoint.
Do you know her personally, or just from
I've
what you
just
see on
messaged
TV?
with her, just what I've seen on TV, messaged with her a little bit on Instagram, never met her in person, but I like her vibe. What I don't like is like, when you're, and I'm not saying she's doing this, but when you're on an island in Fiji and you're playing this game of Survivor, you cannot push your ideals on people. And not that she is doing that, but people can perceive it that way. And people are perceiving it that way. And that's going to hurt your game. What I love about Sage is she just don't give a fuck, man. She's like her facials, the things that she talks about. So here's the thing about Sage. Sage was the alternate on season 47.
Oh, I didn't know that. So she's okay.
So a quick story real quick about Sage.
Yeah.
So, and you'll know this. So guys, when you're at Ponderosa pregame, you go to your buffet line and you're standing in line to eat food, right? You can't talk. You're in a single file line. And I always tried to be the gentleman and let everyone go in front of me.
Is this still at the DoubleTree in Santa Monica?
No, this is in Fiji.
In Fiji before.
In Fiji, yeah. This is literally 2 days before we're going to start playing the game.
At Ponderosa, okay.
Yeah, at Ponderosa. And Sage and I are the last two. So I said, Sage, quiet or without talking, motion over for her to go.
Yeah.
And she looks at me with those big blue eyes and does the fall. No, you go. And I go, no, you go, please. Literally back and forth for like 6 times. And finally, she just looks at me and goes, go. I insist. And I'm like, okay, I'll go. Sorry about that. But yeah, so then when I see her talk in this season, I'm blown away because those are the only words that I heard her say. And I love it. She's so fun to watch. But when it's coming to this game, I think it's clear from what I'm seeing, Sage is going to take Shannon down.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. Although I'm trying to put myself in that tribe's shoes, and the over-exaggerated facial expressions in response to pretty much everything would also would also be a red flag for me. I'd be like, how irritated is she with me? If she's like rolling her eyes and making these faces and doing all this stuff, like I'm like, okay, if she's on my side, great, but is she rolling her eyes at me when I'm not seeing? And who else? So for me, I think I would take into account how many people I see her rolling her eyes at. If it's most of the tribe, I have to assume she's doing it to me too, and then that's just a no-go. But for right now, I think Sage is definitely in a better position than Shannon. I think Shannon has way overplayed, and everybody immediately came together on it.
I do think that Shannon got kind of unfortunate because when you have time to talk on Survivor with nobody around, I don't care if it's 3 a.m. or 2 p.m. That is a gift. That is a gift to be able to strategize one-on-one. Yeah. And it pissed Steven off, which I'm sitting there putting myself in his position. I would have been like, this is glorious time right now. No one can hear us. Rachel and I, we were doing that thing at like 4 a.m. I don't know what time it was, but where everybody was asleep for 3 nights in a row, we'd kind of just go off and talk and strategize. And you can't find that time in Survivor. So I thought she was making a good move by letting Steven in on this plan or trying to build a plan. Steven just needs his Z's though and didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, when someone wakes you up, it's a little bit different, but I do agree with you. Like I had a deal with Jervis on Blood versus Water where you want to talk at night or save it for night and then wake the other person up. So it's like, okay, well, I'll go to sleep like regular people, but if one of us wakes up in the night and we need to strategize, wake the other one up quietly and we'll sneak down to the beach and talk. And we worked on that. We did it that way, or you just laid in the shelter till everybody was asleep and whispered back and forth. But getting woken up by that plan. And also, I think for Steven, I don't think he fully believed the plan. Like, I think he was like, oh, that's a good idea. And he's like, she's just trying to protect herself. And that's also something different. If she wakes him up and she's like, I am with you 100%. I just want you to know I have a good feeling. And you and I, what do you think we should do? that's something different than waking someone up and telling them what you're going to do and that they're included.
I do have in my notes here, Shannon coming out hot.
Real hot. And everybody recognized it.
Right.
So I think it's hard. It's a hard game. And it's definitely like there's that balance between like overplaying and underplaying. And Shannon is getting caught out overplaying so hard that I think unless she gets wind of it, this blindside is going to be shocking. And maybe it doesn't happen. Maybe they get to the merge and it's still Sage versus Shannon for a while.
Ooh,
Fingers
that'd
crossed.
be fun.
Yeah,
who's winning at who's winning at Final Tribal Council between Shannon and Sage?
Sage.
You think?
Whoever the third person is.
They're both losing. I don't know. I kind of feel like if Shannon gets that far, then some of her relationship building tactics have actually worked. So far, it seems like they're only really working on Christina, but she's able to distance herself from that, which I thought that was interesting how once everybody came together, they were like, oh, she's just fleecing all of us. But Christina was like, I love her and I have a real bond with her.
Right.
And her, Shannon did the same thing to Christina that she did to everybody else.
Yeah.
But Christina's perception was that it was real and everybody else was like, oh, it's fake.
And I think that's why Sage would win is because Sage sees it. Sage is locked in on what Shannon is doing. And Shannon might be doing this just subconsciously. Like this might who she is as a person. And this is how she builds great relationships at home. And so Sage catches it. And if she is planting those seeds with everyone else on the tribe, watch for this. They will pick up on that. And I think if those two went head to head, everyone would see what she was doing and the votes would go to Sage.
Yeah, you're probably correct. The journey. Do you like these journeys, Saul? Did Winners at War have journeys? Maybe not. But I don't even remember how anything happened. But
you don't remember if there were I don't remember, but you don't remember?
No, I don't.
You've been playing too much pickleball, dog.
Or too much Survivor. I mean, I've been out there over 100 days. We have the journey and some interesting tactics here.
Well, first of all, when you're going to, this happened on our season where Rome got to go on the journey and we all did rock, paper, scissors to go. And Asia, who did not want Rome to go on this journey, Asia did not want to play paper, rock, scissors, which in the moment I'm fuming because you're just, all you're doing is increasing Rome's chances of going on this journey.
Right.
So I was really surprised that several of the people didn't play rock, paper, scissors. Exactly. Because it's a game of percentages, right?
Right.
Fortunately for them, Nate wins. And
Jawan set it up.
Rigged it.
Jawan rigged the rock draw. He put the white rock on top.
I must have
and he didn't take credit for it. I think that would have won a lot of favor. So it comes down to 3. It was Nate didn't want to go, but he was blocking.
He must have taken credit for it privately later. Like how
he must have. He must have, but I don't think
yourself?
He took enough credit for it. I don't think he got credit for it. So Savannah,
this is exactly like there are theories about other like tribe swaps, especially from like really old seasons. Now it's like the way that they wrap them all up, it's kind of like unriggable, but basically it's like, they just set them in order or whatever of what they wanted. This is exactly what he did. I was like alive watching this.
Yeah. So he put him with the white rock on top and gave it to Nate first to pick the white rock.
Guys, it's the it's the second quarter of my fiscal year.
Yes.
And it's the final week. It's the final week of the quarter. Oh. I am a sales manager, so I won't lie to you. I was responding to emails and watching, and I missed that. Wow.
That's why there's 4 of us here.
This changes everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jawan rigged it, but nobody else knew that Jawan rigged it. So in the moment, it wasn't like a plan going into it. So everybody from Uli should have raised their hand. The fact that they didn't,
Yeah.
based on the odds and stuff, was crazy to
Right.
me. But then Jawan kind of like saved the day for them by rigging the rock draw.
Good
which
for
still could have gone
Jawan.
wrong.
Okay. I like that.
I liked it too. I
Nice.
thought it
I'm gonna
was
have to
very
rewind
clever.
that.
And then
And so
yeah.
we're saying that no one saw it?
no one saw it.
Wow. I hope I hope he figured that out.
And we didn't see him taking credit for it anywhere. We didn't see him telling people that it happened, any of that stuff. Nate.
The journey itself,
Yes.
I love this one. And you had to have known something. This ain't just you either do it and you keep everyone knew that something else was going to happen.
Right.
Nate this is psychological warfare on MC to get her to stop well before the clock is about to expire. I mean, beautiful move on Nate, thinking I'm not going to get this.
Yeah.
So what can I do to prevent hurting and save grace with her? Just to get her to stop looking. I don't know what that sand was at, but probably at least 10 minutes.
Was it so obvious to Nate that MC didn't have it? Like, is there any part of Nate that's thinking maybe she has it or no?
I don't think so.
And is there any part of MC that believes that Nate might have found it while she was absent? And that's why he wanted to end it early. I'm just wondering if at the merge, one of them is like, I don't know what happened. They were in the forest, and the other one's pointing fingers. Like, is there a world where in 2 weeks they're pointing fingers at each other saying that they think that person has an advantage? Maybe.
I think it played out exactly what we saw, in that Nate believed he ain't going to win this.
Yeah.
And how can I make sure that she doesn't get it? And we get her the way what she's thinking. Like, there's a little bit more time than I think. She's also so proud of herself for doing it, not even thinking about that. Yeah. So I just feel like Nate.
Saul,
just
I had you on
beautifully.
here specifically to talk about pride in muscles.
And that's why I'm here, baby, because that's what we need to talk about.
MC has great arms. She has great arms.
Yeah.
She was way ahead of Nate on that thing. I'm just feeling like if I'm MC and I start thinking about what happened on the journey, I'm convincing myself that Nate has the advantage. And that's why he just wanted to go home 15 minutes early. He didn't want to sit there and wait and pretend like he didn't have anything. But then now you're playing like into 3 and 4D stuff where you're like, but if he did have it, he would have waited out the time to make me think that he didn't have it. So now, which one is it?
Plus, if he waits out the time and it accidentally, she doesn't notice while she's searching that the hourglass has run out, she loses her vote, but he doesn't because he found the advantage. So his incentive would actually be like, we've got plenty of time, keep looking. Oh, dang it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But then it's a sabotage that she is full aware of.
No, because
I guess not at the merge. Yeah, because he could pretend like he's still looking.
We both lost our votes.
Okay,
Dang.
You're right. Okay. So it's pretty straightforward. Then they're probably not suspicious of each other, really.
Also, I feel like Nate didn't put in like a real effort. Like he was kind of just like poking around at the edge of the jungle. You're like, hey, he didn't find it.
What's your favorite movie, MC?
Yeah.
I'd be like, bro.
Did you like that?
I personally, I'm on MC's side here. Like if I'm trying to do this workout, like unless we're going to talk strategy and we're going to talk game, I'll talk to you, but I'm huffing and puffing. You're not eating. You're tired as hell. You're trying to keep your vote. Let's not ask what my favorite, type of tea is.
Yeah. I'm torn here because I do also agree with that. Like if I'm in the zone, don't talk to me. But I've also been in those positions where I've been like into a 100-mile mountain bike race and it's mile 75 and I'm totally fucked. Like my legs are cooked, but I'm with another guy, and we're dropped from the front group. We have no chance of winning this thing. And neither of us are getting paid anything to be there. And I'm looking at him like, we've got 25 miles. That's like probably 2 hours worth of mountain biking still left. You want to chit chat? And he's like, no, I'm actually trying to do good. And I was like, we're not doing good. maybe you're doing good for you. I'm not doing good for me. So let's just like hang out and make the time pass. And
have you ever seen Survivor?
Yeah, that was before Survivor. But
oh, okay.
he sat in silence. And finally I was like, well, this guy's kind of a dick. So I just left him. Like we could have ridden together and passed the time, and I would have gone any pace he wanted to go. But instead I made him hurt a little bit more and then ditched him by himself. And so I get
if you're listening, asshole, bad move, buddy.
That's right. Well, and I come from professional sports background. So when I go do something amateur, it's like, we're not making money here as amateurs, guys. Let's have fun. We're enjoying this. This is supposed to be fun. Let's make it the most pleasurable we can to get to the finish line, unless you have a goal of really winning this thing. And I'm going to get people online that are like, I do triathlons on the weekend and you don't get it. And I'm like, no, I get it the most. You guys don't get it.
I did a triathlon a couple weeks ago. Would
you have been bugged if I was jogging at the end and we're both fried?
No. I would have been like, yeah, let's party, man.
Yeah, let's chit chat, dude. Let's get some Gatorade. Yeah. Can we walk for like a minute and then get going? Like, unless you're like in it to win it and PR and are feeling great, then chit chat with me.
Yeah,
like, why wouldn't you? Yeah, let's chit chat. So I get both perspectives. But if MC's like cannot breathe at all, like she was like, I can't breathe, like that is a hard position to like not be able to breathe and also try and carry a conversation. And it seemed like she was doing more of the work too. So then maybe she's like, stop talking, use that energy to work faster. The challenge. Did you like the challenge?
I did like the challenge. I love a grinding challenge.
It was great, right? They need to do almost every tribe challenge should grind like this. Until the merge, fucking cook all these players. Like make them feel it.
Because you get to watch them suffer, and that's fun. If you're doing a puzzle and you're an idiot and you just watch them struggle, that's not fun. I want to see something that everyone is capable of doing, but really fucking hard. That's what I want to see.
Suffering over struggling.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Actually, both. Give them both. But capable of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of watching a contest, is watching real struggle and realizing that it's really hard. And I think
that's why Survivor's so inspiring, because people do it. Yeah. And that's why I love the show. Because you see people who think that they can't do something and they do it, and it's fucking awesome to see.
Yeah.
So I love those types of challenges.
Yeah, we saw Hina really struggling to get that thing moved, that big cage, and they, dug deep and got it to where it needed to go. Which, I mean, it is inspiring to be like, okay. You looked at them, you're like, oh, they're not going to get this. They can't get this. They're like too pooped out. But they gave it their all, even in so much that Nate got a little chirpy with Rizzo.
Yeah. What did I write here? I was like, whoa, Nate.
Yeah.
He's just trying to help you, buddy.
Yeah. His mask came off for just a second in that moment of struggle. Which
11-year-old Nate came out.
Yeah, I guess you
on
do
Survivor
get that.
49.
You get that in puzzles too, as everyone's getting frustrated with the puzzle builder and the puzzle builder is getting it. But I think you get it more in these moments where it's like, is everybody carrying their weight? Is everybody giving it as much as they can? I don't care if you can't lift as much as the next person, but are you lifting as much as you can? And so I think, I like this.
Rizzo, in the way Rizzo said it too, it wasn't condescending at all.
No,
it was just like, help me. And that's one thing that's so important in these challenges, that you have to know that everyone has the same goal. No one's trying to rip you. And if you have that attitude, that mindset, it's just you're screwing the entire team. And I've seen that a few times in every episode, to be honest, where that's the mindset here. It's not team oriented. Some of them are. But this one specifically too is just another example of where's the communication? Where's everyone's goals? Why aren't they aligned? What did he say exactly?
He said, Nate, we got to move your end a little bit. Or Nate, now move your end. And
right.
Nate
and
was
what
like,
did Nate say? Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. I'm doing it. Or something like that. I forgot.
I don't think I ever told anybody to shut up on Survivor.
No. I don't know.
And even Rizzo handled that very well too. He could have went off the rails.
Yeah.
By the way,
played it cool.
Rizzo and I worked out together last week.
You did?
He came to my gym. Dude, I fucking love Rizzo. This kid.
He traveled to your gym from where?
He lives in Yonkers, which is about 45 minutes away. So here's what happened. Rizzo compliments me and he's like, bro, you're a fucking unit. Like, I want to look like you. And ultimate compliment, like, thank you, man. I want to get in the lab with you. People say that all the time to me, all the time. Right. I said, okay. This was on a Monday of last week. I said, you want to come 7 a.m. on Wednesday? Right away. I'm there. I'll be there. Let's fucking get it. Shows up to the gym like 30 minutes early, which means that he woke up at like 4:45, 4:30 to get to the gym. Gets there, doesn't complain. He's doing things he's never done before and is locked in. And I love surrounding myself with people like that who are like, let's go. I want to do this. I want to be uncomfortable. And he was that way. And I understand why he was selected to be on this show. The thing too is like, I didn't really understand, or when I first was listening to Rizzo before the season started, I'm like, I don't know about this guy. He's a little bit much for me. But Rizzo truly does believe that he is the Riz God. And I love that about him. I love that he believes in himself like that.
Yeah.
And so when you come out and you get in the lab with Saul with no complaints, just mad respect for sure.
Did he tell you how sore he was the day or two after? Or what?
Zero complaining. He's like, can't wait to go again. Zero complaining. Like I'm ready to go back whenever you are. Oh, guys. So Rizzo is in tech sales. And just to keep his privacy, I won't tell you guys what he's selling.
Pornhub.com.
Yep. Premium membership. He's selling tech to me, and I make an inquiry to his company.
Yeah.
And Rizzo is like my guy, is my rep for the product that I bought. So you
use his tech stuff?
Yes.
Your company does.
But me personally.
Okay.
I use his tech stuff, but like 3 years ago, Rizzo and he looked it up in the chat, and it's Rizzo and I.
You guys had been connected.
Wow.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Isn't that wild? Yeah.
That is so wild.
Yeah.
That is so wild. Okay?
Now we're hitting the lab together. And Rizzo's one of my favorites of the season. He has become that dude for me.
Okay. He's fun. He was very cool when Nate got feisty with him. And I mean, you have to in those moments, unless you're like ready to really throw down. If you're like, nope, we're doing this now, and the tribe's going to decide between one of us two, you just got to be quiet.
Hey, I was thinking, at the journey, when they come back to camp, everyone's just buying what they're saying.
But do you remember that? They are kind of speaking the truth, except for Nate leaves out that there is an advantage, which why would you do that when you know MC's on the other side probably talking about the advantage?
And I feel like this I thought was a weird misstep from Nate, because it's like, there's no way they just brought you on a journey and offered nothing. That's never how Survivor does it. That's never the way it would go.
Yeah. In my head, I would be like, Nate ain't telling me something.
Yep.
Even though if he's telling the truth, because he kind of is, but he's leaving something out, and it's obvious that he's leaving something out. And that's going to raise red flags for me.
I agree. It's like a snowball thing too, because if he's leaving this out, what else has he been leaving out of what he's been telling me or what he's been telling his alliances? Like, it's just like a bit of a start to a snowball effect of just red flags for him. So hopefully somebody sees it just for drama's sake.
I think, yeah, like if you're close with Nate, I'm the second he's done with that conversation, I'm pulling him aside and be like, come on, bro. Like,
what'd you get? What advantage was it?
What do we have? What do we have?
It feels like he got something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like he got something. And maybe he's playing it like he did for some reason.
But it's at the cost of like trust, right?
Right.
That's not a good trait.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Because when they get to the merge, if MC's there and he's there, and then everybody's like, so that's crazy. There wasn't an advantage at that journey. And MC's like, yeah, there was. And they're like, oh, Nate. And then it's like, okay, now it's a he said, she said, where he's like, I mean, what's he doing? He's like,
but no one would ever lie and say there was a chance for us to get an advantage when there wasn't.
MC's going to come back and say there was an advantage, but she's lying.
That we didn't get.
Yeah, she's lying. There wasn't one. And she's probably doing this to get me. So
you can't trust her, guys.
Yeah, you can't trust her. She's saying there was more stuff there than there actually was.
Man, that would actually be the best lie now, because like if this ever actually happened and you did that and be like, why would I possibly lie about there being an advantage, and you are lying about it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that is true. The chickens after the challenge. Saul, you killing a chicken?
I'm killing a chicken, but I'm doing it respectfully. I'm not going to do it in front of the other chickens. That blew my fucking mind. I'm like, God, like, not only are you killing their best friend, are you fucking making them watch?
I think chickens eat chickens.
Oh, do they?
I think they're a little cannibalistic. I think if you mixed a little chicken meat into some chicken feed, they would think it was delicious. Listen, I could be wrong. Somebody Google it, but I'm pretty sure.
Google AI says, so this, obviously we got to take it with a grain of salt.
100% factual.
I'm not going to do any more research on this. It says, yes, chickens will eat chickens, but it is not part of their normal behavior and indicates a problem.
It sounds like it'd be on accident, though. Like if you slip it into their feed, it's like if someone puts a little.
Started.
Yeah.
Like, that was actually
that was delicious.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I don't know if away from the chickens matters. I don't know, like, if they have that capacity, but definitely away from the people that are little queasy.
Which they
did
do that. They did do that.
Dude, now I'm on a Reddit thread of people who raise chickens, and many people are saying that their chickens have eaten other chicken before.
Yeah.
Either someone also says that they like scrambled eggs too. This is just very messed up.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Just on every level.
I'm telling you. See?
All right, that's enough of that.
I guess
Riley's,
it's not weird then.
Yeah.
I guess weird. I'm not, I used to second guess myself when I would put chicken in my omelet. I guess it's okay then.
Yeah. They do it.
The chicken would eat it. So it's all right.
Chickens like it that way, a chicken omelet. Yeah, I don't know what I think they wrung its neck, but I think chopping its head off, I don't want to get too gruesome, is even more maybe that's not the right word for that, but humane. Yeah.
It just sucks either way. I mean,
it does suck.
Yeah.
And they did the best they could, which I was like impressed that Alex and Steven even decided and tried to do it. Because a lot of times in those situations, I think you would just get people being like, let's just not eat them. Maybe they'll lay eggs.
Yeah. That happened on 47 where they didn't eat them, which I also think is kind of like, you're going to eat chicken when you go home.
Yeah.
Like, just go for it and try to win $1 million.
Yeah. Chicken's one of the ingredients in your favorite sodas. So why wouldn't you?
What?
I mean, it's everywhere. I'm just saying it's everywhere. There's a lot of chicken and it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riley, it's not in soda. I made that up. But I'm just saying chicken is widespread and most people do eat it unless you are a vegan or strict vegetarian. And no vegans are strict vegetarians, I guess, at least on that tribe.
No, everyone had some.
Yeah. So that makes it easier. to dispose of a chicken and then eat it.
There's a buffalo wing soda. It's a little different. I don't think it has actual chicken in it.
It's got buffaloes.
Yeah, it's got buffaloes.
Now we get to the pre-tribal scramble, which was just kind of more of the same, like Savannah kind of throwing Juwan under the bus and then not wanting to lead, which I did think was intelligent. Is Nate doing too much for Savannah?
My mind was going towards Juwan here, but I think Nate and Savannah, like, they have a strong duo.
Okay. Are they the power duo? Do they recognize themselves as the power duo?
I think so right now. And it was interesting too that Savannah, in her confessional, she says, I want Nate to make this decision.
Yeah.
But then in the game, Nate asks Savannah, is this what you want to do? And she says, yes, talking about Juwan.
Right.
So that was interesting. But I do think those two, they're the power couple in this tribe right now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Rizzo's got the idol too. So
yeah,
that's the other thing to think about.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you bring up a good point. Rizzo having the idol, Sage told her group that Rizzo had the idol to win more favor over Shannon, which really did the trick. I think that really was like the final factor it would be the final factor for me. Like if you told me that and Shannon didn't tell me that, I for sure would be like, okay, Sage, you're right. I'm with you.
Loving Sage's game right now. Love the looks that she's giving the camera.
The hugs.
Oh, yeah.
I
fake
love
hugs.
you too. And it's just like probably so difficult for her to say I love you back to Shannon, where she just I love you too. Yeah. So anything at the pre-tribal stuff that was really ridiculous? It just kind of seemed like the whole episode was pointed that direction anyways. Just Juwan not realizing he's really on the bottom, even though he kind of feels like he's on the bottom.
Dude, he's rigging stuff for his tribe, and they're still like he's on the bottom.
Yes, they still don't trust him. Did his tribal speech win any favor with him? Where he was like, "I'm nervous. I don't feel like I'm like as good in groups, and I just wanted everyone to know that that's why." That didn't help?
I don't think so. I think Savannah hates him so much that it's just like, no matter what he says. I mean, we've all met people who we just cannot stand. Mm-hmm. And then like, if they are trying to be like, guys, I'm just a little bit nervous today. You're sitting there and you're like, ugh. Yeah. Of course you're nervous.
Or you're lying. You're not nervous at all.
You're not.
It's gross. There's actually nervous people in this world. You're
How about we talk about me for once, okay? I'm done hearing about you. So there's no way it helped. Like,
everybody gets a little nervous sometimes, Juwan.
Yeah, jerk.
One thing that I thought about Juwan was when he went to go talk to Matt. When they were all in a group and Matt was, or I'm sorry, not Matt, but
Nate?
Yeah.
No. Who got voted out tonight?
Jason.
When Jason was off by himself and that group was together, Juwan was the one to voluntarily leave. I'm gonna go make him feel better.
Yes.
And so he doesn't play his shot in the dark. So for me, I'm thinking to myself, okay, the shot in the dark has hit how many times in Survivor history? Twice, 3 times?
Yeah, it's like
so the percentage chance that even if he does play it and it hits versus you chilling right there with the group and not leaving so you can ensure that you're not going to get blindsided. You got to think about those two scenarios there.
Yes.
And he chose the least likely path of a shot in the dark, not only playing it and actually hitting. And like you said, alienating himself.
Yeah. He walked away from the group, and I thought that was, even though in his mind he's thinking this is winning favor with everybody, it's a red flag for everybody when they're like, what do him and Jason have to talk about right now? Like,
Right.
why is he anxious to get down there to Jason? I mean, he did say, he was like, I'm going to go down there and make sure he feels comfortable.
Nobody heard him.
Yeah. Nobody's.
Because they're still mad at him.
There were many times on 47 when I was on the bottom and I knew that I was on the bottom, and I purposely left because I needed the group to I needed Rome to get on everybody's nerves. And so I left the group so Rome could be that guy to the tribe. It was a strategic move not to go talk to someone to say, hey, don't play your shot in the dark. But two different scenarios here. One, why you should leave, and one, why you shouldn't leave.
Yeah. There's times to leave for sure. And it also shows trust. Like if I can walk away from a group that someone in my main group is there with, and we have the understanding, like, you babysit sometimes, I babysit sometimes. We also like leave each other to like corral things. It can really help build trust within a group, being able to walk away and let somebody else do some work. But Jawan doesn't have that understanding with anybody there, even though he's doing the work.
He really is.
Nobody's believing that he's doing the work.
Poor guy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, he's probably watching this just infuriated that nobody is giving him any credit for the stuff he's doing for Uli. Shouldn't one of these tribes started throwing challenges as they have the majority? Why didn't 2 weeks ago we have, like, in this spot right now, Uli
I'm
is
so glad
king.
you brought this up. My conspiracy theory.
You think they did throw it?
They've thrown both these challenges. This is my conspiracy theory. Rizzo last week, he was the one placing the blocks.
Yeah.
And he also had the advantage that was like, you have to lose in order to get the clue, to get the idol, and all of this stuff. Plus, the Ulis have the number on his tribe. It just makes so much sense to actually not win that challenge. You can go find your idol and you can give your tribe the numbers by getting a Hina off. And then the same thing holds true this week, not with the idol, but why would you send the other tribe to tribal knowing that they're going to get an Uli off when you can just send Jason home? There was and I think that, Survivor doesn't like when players throw the challenges so much necessarily. Sometimes we see it. I think sometimes they've edited it out just to pretend like it was a straight challenge. But Rizzo was shooting this week too. And he had a confessional after the challenge where he was like, that challenge was the hardest thing I had to do. And it was kind of like cut up. And I was like, was it the hardest because you were carrying the bamboo, or was it the hardest because you had to pretend like you were shooting shots into the baskets, but you're actually trying to bounce them off the rim?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm my spidey senses are tingling on this one. Could go either way, but I think it's been an advantage to Uli to lose these two.
I will say with a lot of confidence, I don't think there's any way a guy like Rizzo is going to throw a challenge.
Okay.
I think he's like, this is his dream. He's living out his dream. And yes, he wants to win, but also the idea of a guy like him throwing a challenge, I just cannot see it. Because I think it takes a certain person to throw a challenge on Survivor.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that, I don't even want to say he doesn't have it in him, because I think if he had to do it.
You think he's a coward?
No. What I'm saying, I think he's an honorable guy.
Yes.
And yeah.
And it is those, especially first-time players, are like, this is my moment. Like, I don't want to botch it up by throwing this challenge and having it go south for me.
But you've got an idol.
I've got the idol. I've tried to throw challenges. He's got the idol. He should be throwing challenges so that he maintains the majority of Uli, and hopefully that works out. What last week's challenge should have been was a contest to see who could throw it.
Yes.
Like, both tribes should have been trying to lose that so that they can maintain the majority in the entirety of the group. And I don't think that was the case. I don't think either of those groups recognize that they should both be trying to lose so they can protect their minority players on the other side. When there's only two of them on the other side, like, you need them to win to keep them in the game, because you have 2 or 3 expendable players on your tribe before you get to the merge.
Tyson, when you throw a challenge, when you're trying to throw a challenge, were you successful?
No. We tried as hard as we could. We moved every direction. We were flipping the bucket the wrong way. And then we were missing rolling skeet ball things that were like not very accurately. And then we just kind of had to be like, well, we just got to win because like it's taking too long and it looks too obvious. And there was just a couple of us in on it, but we like stepped up to it. We were throwing it because Colton thought that he had pitted me and Aris against each other, but we had come together and been like, Colton's telling me you're targeting me. And he's like, that's what he's saying to me. He's like, he's telling me to throw the challenge. He's like, he's telling me to throw the challenge. Let's throw the challenge and then vote him out. That's the funniest thing that we could possibly do in this scenario. And our hope was that we could get Colton to be part of throwing the challenge, but he refused to step up because we wanted to throw the balls at the end and be like, throw the challenge, dude, you throw the balls at the end. And he was like, no. He was like refusing to do any work on it. But I was just like, it would have been such a chef's kiss to have Colton actually be the one to throw the challenge and then vote him out.
Yes, that would be. I feel like as a guy who's never thrown a challenge, I feel like it's so hard to throw a challenge. Like when you watch, for example, like a basketball game and they're trying to shave points, because of a bet, they look so awful shooting the ball, and it's like, you're clearly missing on purpose because you're trying to do it in a way where you look good doing it,
Right. You're like, I mean, because on Survivor, I don't care that the audience sees I'm throwing it, but I don't want the people that don't know I'm throwing it to know I'm throwing it. And that's where the balance is. And so it is difficult. And at a certain point, we just had to be like, I guess we're just going to have to win again because these yokels over on the other side can't even win when we're trying to hand it to them.
I can't ever remember somebody as a tribe intentionally trying to lose and it actually being successful. I remember a few times when they've tried and it just doesn't work out.
Yeah. I think there's probably been times where it's been successful, but I don't know in the long run that it's been successful for the group that threw the challenge.
Yeah. Would you say that there's more times where people fail than they succeed throwing a challenge?
I think for the most part, mathematically throwing the challenge has not worked in the favor, whether it's in the moment or down the road, where it ended up being like, maybe we shouldn't have thrown that thing. Because you throw a challenge and now all of a sudden you're out a player and maybe you start something where you start losing all the challenges even though you're trying to win them and now you're in a tough position. So that type of stuff happens. But I do believe that if there's ever a time to throw a challenge, last week for both tribes would have been the time. And I would love to see it play out on camera where both tribes are trying super flagrantly to lose the challenge, except for the 2 or 3 people on the bottom are all trying to win the challenge.
That's just throwing the challenge is tough because you got to get everyone involved. And I just know for some people it's black and white. I am not ever going to throw a challenge.
Yeah.
But maybe that's why they've never won Survivor.
You know those people. You're like, hey, Saul, how would you feel about throwing a challenge? Because personally, I don't know if I could. And if you're like, absolutely not, this is my one shot, then I'm like, okay, we're going to have to throw it in secret. If I want to work with Saul, he can't know. If I don't care about working with Saul, then I can be more open about it. But you still need to get people on your side. I guess in the moment, an individual could throw it by themselves if it came down to the final puzzle or something. And I'm sure Rome claims that he threw his puzzle challenge where he failed to get one single piece. But yeah. And
Air and Rome tied.
Yeah. 1-1.
Or 0-0.
They should have thrown the challenge. I just cannot believe that they didn't. Tribal Council. Any part of your heart, Saul, that's like it's not going to be Jason?
I genuinely thought it was going to be Joanne.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's where I was going to, like, because it all makes sense where if they keep Jason, it does show that we can work with all of you. We're not just trying to, we were in a very, very similar situation on season 47 where this was the Rachel vote, the vote where I saved her. I gave her the safety without power.
Right.
Tiana and Caroline, they're going, if we take out Rachel, we're telling everybody else that I forgot not Lavo. Anyway, the Purple Tribe, Gabe's tribe. We're all locked in together for the rest of this game. And that is something that you have to think about.
Which Savannah did talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so I thought that they were going to make that move. And I will be shocked if next episode they're not thinking that way, the other tribes. And it's going to go down that way.
Yeah. And it was so unanimous that you also can't mask that, which is like, oh, if it was like a split decision or something close, or you split a vote on your own, that makes a little more sense than what happened. Like, you guys are definitely like Uli strong, which means that it is the war. So my question now is, since Uli has pretty much sent the message that those 4 Uli on Hina believe that it, or have pretty much showed that it's Uli strong there. On the other tribe is the old, who is that, Hina on that side?
Yeah.
So it's Uli versus Hina, but all the Ulis are on Hina. So the old Uli, the whole old Hina, they're going to assume that that's the case. So now these outliers, where are they going to go? Are they going to go with the smaller group? Are they going to naturally gravitate towards the original Hina because there's less of them?
Wait, which outsiders? The old Kele, you mean?
The old Kele, yeah. Sophie's in with Uli, she's in with Hina right now.
Yeah. I think that that would be what's most interesting to me is if it doesn't look like there's a merge next episode, but when there is one, and Alex and Sophie link up again, it's like, okay, which way do we go? Are we going together? Of course, they're going to say they're going together unless, it comes to a vote and they don't. But Sophie is locked in with these old Ulis more than Alex is locked in with anybody, I think.
So do you think that Alex is going to be forced to go with Sophie in that scenario? Or do you think there's going to be a war? Because I think that if Sophie can build a relationship with the old Hinas, it's actually going to be more powerful for her game. You want to go with the smallest majority that you possibly can. Like, if I'm choosing, if there's 11 people and I'm not going with a group of 8, I'm going with a group of 6 if I can.
Sophie can build a relationship with anybody. She's incredible. Yeah. I think that the way that well, first of all, she has suffered so much. I'm so proud of her that she's gone this far, and
it's brutal.
It's so brutal. And I kind of know what are they on day 10?
Day 10. Yeah.
So I didn't get my first proper meal until day 10. So it was all coconut at that point. I completely understand where she is mentally, and it fucking sucks. It just sucks so bad. And for her to be able to build the relationships that she's built, but also not fall off the wagon and ruin anything at this point. She's in a great spot in this game, even though she's had a terrible run so far in terms of challenges and food. Just super proud of Sophie.
Is she better positioned here with the new Uli than she will be if she goes and jumps ship to the 4 remaining Hina?
I think that the Uli strong idea is kind of a mirage, because we know Savannah and Juwan are at odds. Juwan might not know that, but Savannah certainly does.
Yeah.
And Sage and Shannon are clearly at odds. And Sage was not really in that core group before the swap. Right. It was actually Shannon who was. That was like the 4 on Uli. So I think it's going to get all mixed up. But I feel like the group of people that feel the most solid to me right now are the three Uli, Rizzo, Savannah, and Nate, plus Sophie on that tribe. That feels like if I had to pick a four that feel like they can go far and are really tight, it's those four. So it's not really so much like Uli and Hina even, because there's already a lot of different fractures on Uli. So that's kind of where I think Sophie ends up. Does that feel?
It feels right to me. I think it's hard because she's put in all that work with them, and she also understands that she's ahead of Jawan there, which then puts her in probably the top four of that group, because while Shannon's there, Shannon has created some enemies on the other side, and they might be, I don't know. But yeah, it's hard because you do want to think about it mathematically, but then you also have to trust the thing that you're going to do and that the people that you're with. And if you don't trust them, then you mathematically might not be able to do the most advantageous thing on paper. Which I think, like, I was just recognizing it this episode. I recognize it all the time, but Savannah wanted Jawan. And people are like, why didn't she do Jawan? You have to have the numbers to do anything. And sometimes you never have the numbers. Like, people are like, Mitch, make a move next. Like, maybe he never had the numbers. Maybe he tried a little bit, and like, you can't, if you push too hard, now all of a sudden you're the target the whole time. And people get painted into these corners where they're unable to make any move until they're like, okay, now my only move is to blow it up as hard as I can in the hopes that it like erupts and causes something bigger, and I don't receive the blowback.
You can't even rely on, too, if you're in Savannah's shoes and you're like, okay, let's say you take out Jawan there, and now it's like 5-5 Uli Hina, and you're like, cool, we have Sophie, and Sophie probably brings in Alex, we have the numbers. But it could be a Murgatory situation, probably will be based on past precedent, and that splits the vote in half, the groups in half, and then maybe you don't have the numbers. So better just take out a Hina, and now you have even more people in the event that it is a 50-50 split like that. The math is better for you.
You know what else I was thinking is, like, people who have been voted out, Matt and Jason, both went to Jawan and said, hey, brother, you want to make a move? And it's like, in both of these episodes, he's like doing a great job of making them feel like he's bought into their plan. And then just going right back to the alliance. Something has to trigger in your mind to say, why are these people only coming to me?
Yeah. That would be astounding to recognize. I don't know if I would recognize it in his shoes. But A, that, and then B, what if there's part of him, like Jawan, like does toy with it a little bit, probably not enough to go further than that. But if he did, he would receive pushback and realize he doesn't have any power within that group. And then it might be good or bad for him in that moment to be like, hey, maybe we should do something with Jason. Like, what do you think? And if people are like, then you have to assume like, oh, okay, my opinion here is maybe not valued or people, I'm just following. I'm not a leader. I'm a follower in this position. I need to change that.
Yeah.
So
when you think about like this, I've gave Savannah so much praise, but at the same time, now that I'm thinking about Jawan's game, he has been incredibly loyal here, and so loyal. And
this is the guy you want.
This is the guy you want.
This is the guy you want. Yeah.
The other part
they
too.
Don't know.
She says, she goes in the confessional like, this is already a stressful game, and to add another element of stress is not good. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you have no idea. You have no idea what another player that can bring a different element of stress, next level stress, can do to the game.
Who are you referencing?
Just watch my season. You know who I'm referencing. But yeah, it's like you don't want to take it. Well, speaking of Rome, right? But Rome too was an incredibly loyal player to that four. And so sometimes you just got to let go of the things that bother you and annoy you and keep them on the tribe. because that is a number, a locked in number, because those are hard to find in Survivor.
Yeah. Somebody who you know is going to fight for your group while you're not there in their presence.
Put a white rock on top of the, in the journey,
without having to be told.
Right.
Like he's doing that stuff. He's like, I'm going to go make sure that Jason feels so comfortable while everybody else is like, what's he up to?
Yeah.
They should be like, oh man, he's a real team player. And I do believe that based off of the edit, this will be Savannah's downfall, is focusing too much on John.
Right. I agree with that.
I don't know that she's going to exit before him, but it's definitely like you can't be hyper focused on the person that's bothering you. Like you need to relax that part of the brain and be like, what's my best move?
And that's why Survivor's so hard. Because
it's so
hard because she knows that. She knows that when she's in Atlanta or wherever she's from. But when you're playing this game, it's like, that's one of the hardest things to do, is to keep your cool and not let this little ass shit bother you.
Before we get to Riley's reads, is there anything else Jason could have done? Is there another pitch he could have used? Was anything going to stick, or he was doomed?
I think he was cooked.
Yeah. I think,
I think one other pitch he could have tried. He could have tried the Pokemon Alliance, and maybe that would have got Joanne really pumped up. And that's the only thing that I can think of.
Yeah, I think he put the nail in his coffin last week when he, even though it was casually to Savannah, said that he was still Uli strong.
Yep.
And if he would have just been like, you know what, I was kind of on the bottom. I was doing puzzles for him. I'm here now and ready to make the alliances that will last me the rest of the game. And
he's being honest too. That's the thing, is he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
And it's screwing him over. He's like, you got a lie there.
Yeah. Get a lie in, man. You got to lie. So RIP Jason. He was my winner pick at the start of the season. So now I get to choose someone else, and I haven't even thought about it yet.
Your winner pick?
My winner pick was Jason.
Really?
After the first episode, I chose Jason. And now I've stuck with him, even though it looked like he was in a tight spot. And now I have to choose somebody else. So, But Riley, what do we have? Are we starting with winner pick? What else we got?
Well, first off, in the spirit of people hate it when we miss anything on the episode.
Yes.
I got to know what your guys' thoughts on mukbang is.
Oh, I know about
so
mukbang.
Glad you brought this up, Riley.
I love a mukbang.
Yeah. Do you, Ashleigh? Do you watch mukbangs?
No, I used to watch them with Trisha Paytas back in the day.
Okay.
And she used to talk and eat. I don't really like too much eating, because then, people, they start to get a little gross. But if they can balance it out. And then it was when I was particularly lonely in college. So I would watch it and eat something while they're telling me some tea or some true crime or something. I'm like, oh, okay. But not anymore. I'm recovering. So
you're recovering.
I would have been cooler than a recovering mukbang viewer.
Yes.
I know what mukbang is. I've known for a long time. And so I would have been a little bit cooler than Nate here in this moment, where somebody say mukbang, I'm like, I know what you're talking about. I personally don't get the
You think
appeal.
That's the cool reaction to this, is being like, yes, I know what mukbang is? I feel like you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about that.
How old are you, Riley? How old are you?
I'm 46.
Yeah, exactly. How old are you, Riley?
I'm 46. I know what mukbang
I'm
is.
32.
Okay, so when you're 32,
did you know what mukbang
you don't got to
Riley?
worry about that. Like when you're Tyson age and my age, this makes you feel good when you know something that the 20-year-olds are saying out in the real world. Let me add another thing here. Let me educate you guys. It's mukbang. Mukbang. Yeah.
Mukbang.
So when Rizzo says mukbang, and they even spell it. I don't remember how they spelled it, but they
spelled it correctly. Did they not? M-U-C-K-B-A-N-G.
M-E-O-K. Bang. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
What language
is
Korean.
that, right?
So Mok is eat in Korean, and bang is like to show or like televise or whatever. So it's mukbang.
Yep.
Yeah. So next time, now that when you see this and a 20-year-old says mukbang, you can be like, nah, dog, it's mukbang.
Nice
I know so much more about this than I ever wanted to now. But thank you.
Oh, I could be really good at this. I can eat so much food. I mean, I kind of
is that what
I kind of did it on. I kind of did it on Survivor.
The peanut butter.
The peanut butter,
peanut butter, but also the coconuts and the hoarding of food. Yeah.
I texted Teeny because I needed a reference and I wrote it down because I didn't know what it meant. I'm gonna try to find it. Actually, I'll just look on my phone. I think they said this is PO or something or OP. You guys remember that scene?
OP, overpowered. OP.
Someone says he's pretty OP. I think it was Jawan that says it. You guys remember that?
Yeah. They were talking about Pokemon.
Okay, yeah,
he said OP.
So OP. Teeny says, I don't know. I think it's opposition, but I don't think that's
original poster.
Original poster.
Yeah,
no, it's overpowered in this context.
Overpowered.
Is what it means.
I'm not a Pokemon.
It's like a gamer thing. Okay. It's like, oh, this Pokemon's OP.
It's overpowered.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Oh man.
So this one I
know. Okay.
Overpowered. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. That was really cool, Riley.
Gee, thanks.
Okay, Riley, let's get to your... Do we have anything else wacky from the episode that we forgot to touch on?
No, I can go into the categories.
Sage doesn't have a jar to collect her blackheads, but you know that she would if she did. Riley,
Gross.
Let's get into the categories.
All right, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Snorlax.
Snorlax. That's like your spirit animal? You're like the Snorlax?
I don't know. The Snorlaxes were a little bit rarer when I was playing Pokemon Go. I really am not that familiar with Pokemon. So I have little knowledge of actual Pokemon.
So it'd be tough for you to get an alliance with Jawan.
Same, Tyson.
I mean, I would say Snorlax and let's see what they say. Like maybe it's cool, maybe it's not. I don't know.
Whoever they was,
it's all you got.
I know nothing about Pokemon, but I will say if they try to get me in that alliance, whatever character they would name, I'd be like, OP, man, OP.
Riley, you got a favorite Pokemon?
I'm gonna say Flareon.
Okay, that's the fire
wolf? Like a fire
or a fire pony.
But no, it's not a pony. It's like a cat kind of type thing. Yeah. Ashleigh, do you have a favorite Pokemon?
I like Charizard. Is that its name?
Charizard.
The little fire thingy. But I also like the bubble dude. And I like the singing.
Jigglypuff.
The singing one too is really cool.
We are such not a Pokemon group here.
Nope.
Struggling to name like 3 Pokemon.
The 3 most popular Pikachu's one, yeah.
Oh, Pikachu.
They're all called a Pikachu, right?
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all Pikachu. All the Pikachus are Pikachu.
All right. We'll do some real categories too.
Okay.
Who did the most on this episode to advance their game?
Sage.
Yeah, I feel like that's the obvious answer.
It is the obvious answer. I mean, we just got more of her story. We knew it was leading there, and then it just like came to fruition. So I think that, like we saw Sage, and now we see that Sage is in a dominant position over Shannon, which was the battle.
Yeah. Sage is like a little bit of a slow burn with people, it seems like, and she really benefited from her tribe not going to tribal council last week, where it's like, I don't know, she may have been the one to go there, but now, it feels like she's supplanted Shannon, who comes on in more hot and, makes those connections faster, but maybe they're not as deep.
We saw a side of Sage that shows that she can win this game. She's very, very observant. She's very patient. She has had important conversations at the exact time that she needed to, especially when you're going to throw somebody's name out. So, and she's a little quirky. When you're a little quirky, kind of like Andy, you're like, oh, I ain't got to worry about this guy. He's a little quirky out there. But in the end, he's playing this game, next level game, and he uses that quirkiness to his advantage. And I think Sage talking about blackheads, like she can do it.
Yes.
Yeah, Ashleigh.
I definitely agree with Sage because, like you said, she talked about blackheads and peeing whenever she gets nervous. That's she's so honest, and I feel like that's just like the greenest flag ever. So if she's coming to you and she's like, I think that lady is lying, you're gonna believe her like immediately. So, but also I'm gonna give a little props to Juwan. I know that he hasn't told anybody about his game plans and nobody's really listening, but he is doing a really good job of being loyal and switching up things to make sure certain people don't do journeys. Like, he's doing a really good job. I just wish that maybe hopefully next episode he tells somebody what's going on so that he can get his accommodations. Words.
His affirmations.
Maybe that's what it is.
All of it. He needs to get his accolades.
That sounds better.
So, he needs to get his,
and I think
he needs to get his.
Yeah,
that's better.
He needs to get his, and nobody's. And even if he's telling them, are they not hearing him? I don't know. What else we got, Riley?
All right, who damaged their game the most?
This is easy. Yeah,
Shannon.
Yeah.
Just from playing too hard. Yeah.
Yep. And not listening to people. She's just telling people. She's telling people what her plan is. And she's also then the time where she was with the other Sophie and being like, you're not the oldest. And she's like, I'm the oldest. She's like, I knew it. You're giving
she's like, you're giving oldest.
Yeah. You're giving oldest like I am. We're the same. Like,
yeah,
you can't do that to too many people.
Sneaky.
The other thing,
I will give a. Yeah, no, go Saul.
I was just say the other thing too is when you're leading meditations out there, and you invite the group, you can say you don't have to do this, but if you want to do it, join us. And it's like, okay, if I don't do this, then I'm the asshole here. So that's why everyone is sitting there. And so I certainly meditated out there, but I never asked anyone to do it with me. I did it always by myself because I didn't want people to feel like, oh, Saul's making me do this, or, so that started.
And my form of meditation is sitting at a distance, silently judging the people that are meditating.
Your favorite yoga pose is the eye roll.
Yeah.
She was trying to do a good thing, but in the game of Survivor, it's it's not the best strategy, I don't think.
Yeah. What works for you doesn't always work for everyone else. And if you can't recognize that, that's a big hindrance in your Survivor game.
Right. In the real world, I think it's great. But in Survivor, not so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Winner picks. Tyson, you got it's open for you.
It's open for me. Okay. I do believe that the original Uli group may actually go the distance. Man, is it too obvious that they go the distance? I don't think so. I'm going to say Nate. Let's go with Nate. I think Savannah's too obvious. I think she's the current front runner right now, but is two guns a-blazing at Juwan, so I think she flames out.
Not Rizgod?
The Riz God? No, I think he's too powerful, and I think the way the idol gets handled is going to maybe be an issue at some point. There might be an argument for the idol, and Rizzo either has to give it up or refuses to give it up. I don't know. I just feel like that's a tricky spot to be in when the whole tribe is sitting there, and it actually would have benefited Rizzo this week if Jason played his shot in the dark and Rizzo played his idol.
My original winner pick, and I'm sticking to it, is Christina. She's a Oklahoma Sooner, just like me. Okay. I'm very proud of that Survivor has had 2 Sooners in 2 out of the past 3 seasons. But I will say that if Sophie makes it to final tribal council, what a freaking story. She is completely safe right now. Nobody is thinking about Sophie. And if she can articulate that at a final tribal council after this awful run that she's been on, that's a strong story to win the game.
Yeah. If I were in the game, there would probably be part of me where I'd be like, I need to make Sophie my number 1, but then I also have to cut her before I get to the end.
Mm.
That would be tough to do because she's such a sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart. Everyone likes her so much.
For $1 million, I'd find a way.
I know you would, Tyson. That's why you've won $1 million.
Ashleigh, who you got?
MC. Yeah.
That's
she
a good
did
one.
get psychologically messed up by Nate a little bit, but I will just say she was just tired. If you gave her a glass of water, she would have came to and realized what was going on, and she would have went and grabbed her advantage. I think that she is like a wild challenge beast.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone likes her so much. This was like her one slip up. Other than that, she's gonna win.
I like that better than my choice of Nate. Honestly, I'm gonna keep with Nate, but I think that she's already figured out that Nate screwed her over a little bit there. She's sitting on it, she's thinking about it, and she's like, okay, I can't trust Nate. And Nate doesn't know that MC will have that read. So yeah, I like that. Riley?
I'm sticking with Sophie. Play in the middle, the best spot to play.
I think she's going to get caught out. I think it's too obvious. It's one of those too obvious ones, but it's just based on the edit alone where she's a very clear front runner.
Yeah.
Although she hasn't made the mistakes that Savannah's made. So maybe her case is clearer. All right. What else we got, Riley?
All right. Next boot. Who's going home?
I don't know if it's the merge next episode. Historically, it's always been episode 6. I don't think it's the merge. Or they have some.
Seem like it.
Well, honestly, the challenge could have been the merge split into 2 groups and been the mergatory. Because they showed us the 2 tribes competing.
They always tease it. They love a tease where they can be like, "Drop your buffs."
They do.
So,
but maybe that will come later on social media or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, in all of the new era. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, and they will. I don't have to tell them to do that. They do that anyways. I think episode 6 has always been the merge. So
let's see. We just had our 6th person go home.
Like the real merge?
Then
the mergatory, where they groups comes together is at 6. It's at the 6th episode. It's always been at the 6th episode.
And we had the double boot.
Yeah.
So it's very likely to happen. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So maybe they're just hiding it from us for a little bit here. But if that happens, and
typically, in the new era, they would merge at either after 5 are out or, after like 6 are out, basically.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So this historically should be the moment. We've talked about that part too long, but I think if they all come together, Uli can hold it together for 1 or 2 votes. Alex? Maybe Alex goes.
I think he would be the easy vote, right, Tyson?
Yeah, but also and that's if they don't want to show that it's all out warfare on the Uli and Hina. Otherwise, if you're targeting Hina and it's all come together, you want to pick whoever their leader is. Who is their leader? Is it Steven?
MC. I think it's MC.
It's probably MC.
Would MC be?
So it could be an idle out.
Would people see MC as the leader? I don't necessarily know that
I don't think they
position
will.
In the game, they see her as the leader over there.
Because she's like a secret leader. Because they always come to her after they kind of think about a few things, and they come to her to kind of solidify it. So,
I think Steven. I'm going to say Steven.
You're saying Steven's going home?
I think he's going home next.
Wow.
I think it's going to come together. They're going to try and pick off a leader over there. They might not get it fully right and take Steven thinking that he's either the leader or that he's the best connected or something like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to choose. Saul?
Okay.
See, it depends if they use the Shannon's not going to win this game, so let's keep her around. Or is it, we got to get this girl out because she is playing way too hard. But I will go with Shannon is going to be the next person to go home.
I could see that.
Yeah, I think
she gets to the merge and she goes to every single person in the game.
And I think Sage is starting to have those conversations. And if they all merge together, one thing that hurts Sage though is the Rizzo idol. Telling people that he's got it. So if he finds out about that, who knows what's going to happen. But I think that since she's locked in with them, I think it's going to be Shannon. That's my vote.
Ashleigh?
I think it might be Shannon as well. Only if they do the merge, I think that it would be too many people for her to keep up her thing with. I think with it being like the little small tribes, she's able to like remember like, oh yeah, Christina really, really loves Jesus. Let me bring up Jesus. You know what I mean? But like when it comes to the merge, that's a little bit different, a little harder to keep up. And if everyone starts recognizing that she's playing the game, she would be the person that everyone would choose. Like that, we got to get her out. She's playing way too hard.
Which I've always hated that reason. I always hated that freaking reason. You're playing too hard.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah. It's
like, aren't we? We're supposed to be playing hard.
Overplaying.
Fair.
Overplaying is the term. Like,
good point.
It is playing too hard, but it's overplaying.
Right.
Overplaying.
That's a good point.
OP.
OP.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ashleigh.
No, that's basically it. I don't think that. I mean, if it was to be like an easier vote, they can always, of course, vote out like either Alex or but not Sophie because she's been, grabbed and adopted and everything by like multiple people. So it'd probably be like Alex or even the other Sophie that no one, like we never talk about her. Like, how is she doing? Do people like her? Like, would she be an easy vote?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that could be the Mergatory classic.
Either they do a super easy vote where it's just like somebody who they don't have any connection with, or they try to get out like someone like Shannon who has a connection with a bunch of people. So
Riley?
Yeah, I think I'm going to say Shannon too. I don't think next episode is the merge, but I think it's that tribe goes to tribal. And like it feels so obvious that it would be Shannon after this episode, which would be like kind of boring. After the last
2 episodes.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where they built it and you expect it. And when it happens, you're like, I thought they were going to blindside us. And that is the blindside, is expecting a blindside.
It's like almost too, you'd expect it to be a subversion in some way. But if it is Shannon, I think Sage at this point has completely jumped ship and could just be with the Hinas potentially. Like you could, hear me out. You could go into a merge at 13 at 11 actually, with it being 5-5. You've got the 5 Ulis that are on the Hina beach with Sophie, the 4 Ulis with Sophie, that 5, and then the 4 remaining original Hinas plus Sage, and then the wild card is Alex, whether he would go with Sophie or whether he would go with the people he's been spending his time with. That would actually be a super compelling merge to me.
Yeah.
So that's the scenario I'm rooting for. And I think, Shannon has to go next episode for it to come together.
Very real possibility, Riley. Because Sage is not loyal. She has no reason to be loyal to all the Ulis over there.
She shouldn't be. She shouldn't
be. Hopefully you all are getting high on the pod like sheep get high on hay and Jesus gets high on God.
That's right.
That's straight from the Bible.
Yep.
And want to thank Saul so much for being here. You can follow Saul on social medias at Blame the Solomoni. Is that how you would say it? Or Solomon?
That's my alter ego.
Blame the Solomoni. Yeah. And you can see what he's up to. Get some feel inspired to go get yourself in shape and get out there and be active, you can follow Riley on Twitter. He usually has the X. Sorry, he usually has at least one really good Survivor tweet an episode per week, which is all you need. It's more than me. And Ashleigh, do you
Just
have
chilling.
a public social media anywhere that you want people to stalk
you could follow me on Instagram. It's Ashlyn Toria, like ASHLN Toria, on Instagram, and I make music, but I also am just chilling every day. So I'm not posting as much as I should.
Okay. I'll tag her.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations. That's amazing. I'll tag her in the
I'm following
the
Ashleigh.
next time. There we go. We already got one.
Yes.
It's working. It's all working. Thank you all for listening, for tuning in. Let us know your thoughts on the episode. If we missed anything, sometimes I'll address it next week if it's important enough. That'll do it here at The Pod Is Spoken. Until next week, see ya.